I hired a video editor for my YouTube channel too early, and I ended up having to let them go.
Oh, just like that.
It wasn't his fault.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
I just wasn't ready. And from that experience, I developed 5 questions to ask yourself to ensure you're ready. What you want and what does it require? That's number 1. Number 2, are you okay with it not being your way? Critical. Number 3, what's your monthly video output? Gotta know that. Number 4, what are the types of videos you're outsourcing? Yeah, there's many types. Then finally, number 5, what's your break even for monetization? Yeah, there's a lot that was said right there. I know, it's a lot. So let's go over them one by one in depth in the full video. So you're ready to hire a video editor.
And let's do this.
5 questions to consider. First question is, do you know what you want? And are you intimately aware of what that requires?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, let me say it slightly differently. Have you gone around the web and looked at different types of videos, pacing, cuts, B-roll, graphic design, other elements that can be part of your brand? Have you developed that look that you've wanted? And have you edited videos that look the way you want your look to look?
And you look here, I'm just a pro.
No, I said look a couple of times there, but the idea is there is nothing worse than trying to hire for a function that you have no idea what it takes to deliver.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It will be frustrating for you, and it'll be frustrating for the person you hire.
Thank you for understanding, sir.
You gotta be intimately aware of what it requires to produce the type of video that you want.
Every strategy, and you have to know it.
So you wanna make sure you ask yourself, do you know what you want and what that thing requires? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, are you okay with it not being your way? This is a tough one.
But surely they need to know if their hopes are to be disappointed.
Are you okay with it not being your way? These content videos that we're putting out on social media, they're not going to win you an Academy Award.
Ding, ding, ding.
Let me just say that again for somebody who's been tweaking and, making sure that the decibels and everything is just perfect and tweaked. I mean, you mastered the file. Fam. Don't let perfect be the enemy of getting it done.
All right, just get it done.
You still are gonna have to put out another video next week. Listen, that video that you put all that time, effort, and energy into, it may not see more than 1,000 views. And 1,000 views is dope. I wanna be clear. But what we're talking about is keeping that realistic aspect in mind. Don't look at this as from the perspective of, now that I've hired somebody, it needs to be a different quality. No, it needs to be done.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It needs to be done. Some of what I call my worst videos have the most views. You're not editing, so it's not going to be exactly your way.
That's tough.
I had to repeat that again because I wanted to make sure you caught it. It's just not your way. It's not you editing. Another thing to mitigate ensuring that at least it's close to what you want it to be is to ensure that you have SOPs, and that means standard operating procedures that will help your editor to arrive at an end product that will gain your stamp of approval every single time.
Now that's good work.
I've got some colleagues who've put together some really dope SOPs, and it kind of leaves some breadcrumbs, if you will, for the editor to follow and allows them to get to that end result with minimal revisions every single time. Can I just free somebody up out there and say the editor's not dumb or trying to scam you? I want to say that in most cases, they're not dumb and they're not trying to scam you. They just aren't you.
I'm smart, I have good hygiene.
It'll take some time for them to learn your style, your voice, your way. And I just want to make sure as you launch into this that you're ready for that. So question number 2 is, are you okay with it not being your way? Question number 3, What's your minimum monthly video output, and does that fluctuate? Are you doing one a week? Because one a week means 5 on months where there are 5 weeks. Whatever that monthly video output is, you're gonna need to pay for that. You need to know what that is ahead of time. I had a great friend who hired a video editor, 4 videos a month, which should equal out to 1 a week, but there's a couple months a year that have 5. And on that first 5-week month, her and the editor had a bit of a problem.
That's not good.
And so you want to make sure that that kind of thing is clear so that you go into it eyes wide open. What are you setting that fee structure based on? Is it based on weekly or is it based on monthly? And how many videos are you going to produce in that month? Does that include a certain amount of reels and shorts and other forms of content? Or is it just straight up your YouTube videos, which may be 7 to 10 minutes? Whatever that looks like, you want to make sure you're clear on that. So as you go into that negotiation cycle with the potential editors who you will be looking into, you have that in your mind and it's clear. Do you have a process, oh man, to consistently record videos? This is a huge one. How many videos are in your backlog right now?
Well, work never ends around here, really. I guess I got a few.
How many videos do you have scheduled? How many videos do you have already recorded? B-roll is done and it just needs to be edited right now.
Well, that's a different story, but
If your answer is 0, fam, let's just be honest with ourselves. You might not be ready for an editor. So, question number 3 is what is your minimum monthly video output, and does that fluctuate? Here's question number 4. Are you willing to edit some videos? All right. If so, what types? Maybe you have a specific way that you do your how-to videos where you're sharing screen or you're actually showcasing your top-down shot or something like that, and there's just a kind of a way or a rhythm that you do it that allows you to edit those videos quicker. Maybe you don't outsource those. Maybe you keep some of those in-house. I had a coaching client who absolutely loved the editing process, but it was literally the bottleneck to them continuing to put out consistent content. And so I told them, look, take this type of video that you love so much and you continue to edit those and put them out on a lengthier frequency, maybe every other week, maybe once a month. But these other videos that your editor can just take and run with, outsource those and allow them to do that so you can maintain that level of consistency.
I can work with that.
There's so many types of video content. I know for me, once I got a hold of Opus, I stopped having my video editor do shorts and reels because I was getting those directly from Opus. That kind of helped me to repurpose some of his time to now working on some other things. There's vlog content, there's how-tos, there's shorts, there's gear reviews. There's so many different types of video content. We're gonna touch on that in just a second, but there's so many different types, and you wanna know what are the types that you are gonna actually outsource to the video editor. So that's question number 4. Are you willing to edit some videos? If so, what are the types? Number 5, how are you calculating monetization? Ooh, how are you calculating your monetization? As a coach, I believe the content should pay for the editor.
well, that makes sense.
Period, point blank, end of story. There's really nothing else to be said there. The content should pay for the editor. The content should bring in money that allows you to pay this editor. And if you're not there, if you're having to pull from your nest egg, pull from your family purse, you're pulling from your 9-to-5 income to be able to pay the editor, maybe it's not quite time for you to hire one.
That's great advice.
Or maybe you are at the right space, but you just haven't calculated your monetization yet, right? Because to be clear, if your content monetization isn't bringing in money to cover the cost of an editor consistently for 6 months, then you might not be ready. But this is not just the YouTube check, y'all. I know that that's the monetization metric that a lot of us use is, oh, what am I getting from YouTube? What does that YouTube check look like? The YouTube check is definitely not paying for my video editor. I'm not just talking about the YouTube check. That's why this question is, how are you calculating monetization?
There's more to it than that.
What are the leads that are coming in from your content? And are you able to capitalize on those leads? What are the referrals coming in from your content? You put out a video, referrals, leads come in. Are you able to capitalize on it? Are you able to turn those into income based on the fact that they came into your funnel? Have you set up the systems that will allow you to truly monetize? Because monetization is not just what your platform of choice is sending you, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Monetization is what you are doing with these people that have come into your ecosystem That once your content has brought them there, what are you doing with them? Leads, referrals, affiliate sales, of course, YouTube, speaking, then there's brand deals, and there's, of course, notoriety and just being an authority figure in a given space. There's just so many things that go along with that. I'm able to go to this conference and go to the conference for free because they want me there to engage with those attendees at that conference. What does that do for me? How does that bring money in? How are you calculating monetization? Critical question as you consider bringing in somebody who's going to be a video editor. And I'll just share this as a bonus. Bringing in a video editor sometimes can look like bringing in somebody who's not quite a professional video editor yet. You could bring in somebody who's a student. You can bring in somebody who is learning this process, who's just excited to be on the journey with you, and you can grow with them. You can pay for their training in exchange for them to edit your videos. Pay for them to take a course, pay for them to learn a specific editing platform, Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve. You can do these things, right, that will enable this person to develop their skill set while you get the benefit of them editing the videos. These are just some things to consider as you look to bring in a member of the team. Having a video editor increases creativity, it increases consistency, and it enables creators to go after high-performing types of video content. That is absolutely critical. In this video right here, I share 5 types of video content that are getting major results that you and your team should consider. Click right here to watch, and I'll see you over there.